Agriculture sector is one such topic that's been trending in Assam for several years, and it's still on the hottest topic, with all the departments focusing on the organic farming mainly. So today we have with us Mr. Subhas Bhattacharjee, who is a distinguished leader in the agricultural sector, and he is currently the co-chairman of Agriculture, Horticulture and Food Processing Industries in Indian Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to Business Northeast, Mr. Subhas Bhattacharjee.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, since you have been in the agricultural sector since several years, I would like to question you on the challenges, on the developments so far in our Northeast, in Assam, in this sector particularly.
In fact, Assam and Northeast as a whole, there's a huge challenge in agriculture sector. Agriculture means, see, when we speak about agriculture and horticulture, agriculture we mean the plain land activities, whereas horticulture means hilly areas, the crops which deals in horticulture produces, like fruits, vegetables and all that it comes. So challenges what we see basically is that in the plain land we have got land holding issues. Holdings are very small. Commercially agriculture you can't do in state like Assam, Tripura or like that in Northeast. Coming to specific to Assam, you will find most of our farmers have a very small land holding. They cannot go for commercial production, number one. Number two, in horticulture producers, suppose in Assam you go to the hill districts. Yes, they are doing, but they are unable to make a breakthrough. The reason behind is that we don't have value addition or processing units. Maybe you must have heard about the cold chain facilities, that is also lacking in this part of the country.
So there, in the news, we do really see that the government has established few of the cold storage facilities in the state.
Yes.
So what has happened to those? How they are performing? Are there any more need to continue with those cold storage facilities? Like we need more of them, not just in Assam, sir, in other northeastern states.
Specifically, I'll go by Assam first and then I'll go to the northern states. See, I used to work with an organization called NERMAC. It is a Ministry of Donor Public Sector Undertaking. We used to send frozen pineapple juice concentrate from the hardest area of Northeast to Dabar. They used to make real Tetra Pak. Most of you must have taken the real Tetra Pak pineapple juice. These were served by Northeast farmers' produce. We used to process it at minus 64 degrees centigrade and service to them in frozen condition. And then they used to put it in Tetra Paks and market pan India or even other countries too. Similarly, we have supplied to Voltas, we have supplied to other groups. The problem here, that only by setting up few cold storages at random places will not help the purpose of taking these products out. You need to maintain a cold chain. Of late, there are usually you see pan India, there are a lot of walk-in cold storages. Matlab, in the prime season of say horticulture producers are having harvest in different times. So depending on the harvest time, you can take those cold storages to the farming areas and then store the products and take it forward. This is not available in this part of the country. Absolutely no. I'll tell you, in the COVID time, I have written a book. It was of course serviced by our planning commission now. क्या बोलूँ planning commission के जो member थे. Not planning commission. Now it is called. And then Secretary Science and Technology Government of India, they have launched a book. They have suggested why not we go for mobile processing units. Mobile processing units for food products which are available in hill areas. So that those pocket areas, the productions mostly will find the horticulture producers are growing in pockets. We don't, as I told you in the very beginning, there's the abundance lands are not available. So at a stress, we don't have 6 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer production. Our productions are in pockets. So take those, harvest those fruits and process it to the requirement you need, and then pack it. That facility has been, and you'll be glad to know that Nectar. You must have heard about Nectar, Northeast Center for Technology and Research. Director General Mr. Sarma is there. He has taken the technology now. He has tied up with CFTRI Mysore and is going to launch for Assam and Meghalaya, particularly this mobile processing unit. This is basically a recommendation in my book only, taken forward, and we have already tied up on that. I am also an active member on that particular core group has been formed. So that probably will give a thrust to our these producers who are making some crops in the difficult terrains, and they can be processed.
I would like to put forward two questions here.
Right.
One is how entrepreneurs really should start with a mini processing unit or the mobile processing unit you are saying, and secondly, how like getting GIs have helped the products here, the agri-horti products of Assam?
Fine. If a entrepreneur wants to start with an industry first, right? Value addition has to be done at the primary level, as I told you in the beginning. What the Ministry of Food Processing has started with a beautiful scheme. Prime Minister's, particularly PMFME is the name, Prime Minister Formalization of Micro Enterprise. Formalization of micro enterprise. There, because most of our entrepreneurs are budding entrepreneurs. To be very frank, if we say about vocal for local, that particular phenomena what our Prime Minister also speaks many a time, our entrepreneurs are yet to get the roles of entrepreneurship in their mind. Na? So you have to start with the beginning. For that, PMFNE scheme has come, Prime Minister Formalization of Micro Enterprise, where you will get a grant of around 10 lakhs max, but the project cost can be around 34, 35 lakhs or 36 lakhs even. On that contest, a small plant can come up, number one. He can start with this, particularly on the location where he is putting up, or maybe around where he gets the stock of producers. Under that scheme, he can handle. This has been done also by one more support. What Government of India has tried to influence, particularly MOFPI, they told that one district, one product, ODOP program has come, that is linked with PMFME. So every district has been requested to identify a particular crop of your district which has got huge convergence or production. That can be processed by X, Y or Z entrepreneur. That can sum up his plant in a regular flow. This is one way. Coming to mobile processing units, that was specifically we have designed for the hilly areas. Down the line, if we go to Karbi Anglong, let's say, or if we go to Dima Asao, or we go to NC Hills, some areas, NC Hills, we have a beautiful product, orange. Probably Assam was pride of that, orange squash and all that. But today it is not available. Why? Because the orange has gone bad, the citrus are not coming, and the crop could not come and go for any other place for value addition. So as a result, that particular district, we can again think of coming to that line.
Despite this advantage, farmers, they don't really get the value of the GI because they are producing those food products. So, what solution would you like to put?
I will say that, suppose Naramak has done the GI tagging, or some society has done for some rice and all that. Even our recently government of Meghalaya has done the Lakatang turmeric. They have started with a Lakatang mission. The mission has tried to develop 2,500 hectare to 6,700 hectare, and the productivity will go from 6 metric ton per hectare to 8 metric ton per hectare. Lakatang, the highest curcumin content turmeric, must be already aware of, and COVID has given us a lot of awareness on that line.
So, does GI tag really, it has spiked the prices of the agri-horti products?
Yes, I'll not say that it has just hiked the price immediately at one go. Excuse me. The more awareness being given, it will be taking a lift. I'll tell you, particularly for Khasi Mandarin, as I told you a little earlier, it was going to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh being a third country was making money out of the Mandarin oranges. It was not going to LCS, no land custom system it was covering. Now with the GI tagline, at least it has got, this particular product has got an export value. We have seen Khasi Mandarin has been exported last year only, I think 23 winter. Last few months back, a lot of Khasi Mandarin is being exported. Plus the product which was going out of anybody's reach to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh was minting money. Probably today our farmers are getting at least +2 or +4. So this is a live example where GI tag has given a support to particular producer or the cluster of producers.
There have been lots of industrial growth centers here. In that, the mega food parks and lots of industries have come up in the food processing industries. Is it contributing to the growth of the particular?
See, mega food park, as you told, madam, I'll very sincere about saying. We have tried to take up with the Ministry of Food Processing many times, and you'll be glad to know that last couple of years they are coming up with a project called agro-processing cluster. We used to tell them, mega food park is not a food park to be detoured in Northeast, because here the production is less, difficult terrains, you can't get the entrepreneurs coming for a big investment in this sector. So now they have understood. In fact, when we have taken up in several, even through FINAR and even through Laghu Udyog Bharati and also ICC, we have tried to push that project. so that the mega food park should be transformed into a smaller. We wanted a mini food park. And when Ramesh Telly sir was in the system, he was the MOS feed processing very recently, just before he became a oil minister. That time that project has been shifted to APC. Now it is coming as the agro-processing cluster. So that way, Northeast is benefited. But
So
mega
what's
food park,
agro-processing?
agro-processing cluster has come. 4 or 5 already. Scheme has already been taken. Mega food park, I'll tell you just. I think Northeast will got around 6 to 7 mega food parks. Nalbari, that Tihu, Northeast mega food park, the first of its kind in the Northeast. That probably is the only mega food park which is running 95%. Rest of the projects like Tripura, we have a mega food park, that is hardly running. Similarly, in Kalasip, there is in Mizoram, Zoram mega food park has come. Like that, many, even Papumpare in Arunachal Pradesh, a mega food park has been being developed. So these are yet to take a facelift, to be very frank. But agro-processing cluster in Tinsukia it has come, Kamrup it has come, in this Nagaon district it has come. So these are going to be more fasterly implemented because the promoter himself can start processing, and he can take 1 or 2 other entrepreneur and start with. So that is the right approach, I believe, for the Northeast.
Organic farming.
Yes.
Being in we northeastern states are we have a large produce of organic farms and everything. So how it's going on right now? Like, is government is still putting focus on to that organic farming? We should really promote organic.
Yes, ma'am. Northeast.
Because people are yet to understand, why organic?
I'll tell you. I'll just try to give you 2 or 3 bits of that.
Yes.
Organic means what you say, you don't use any chemical fertilizer or anything. It is not that only don't give it, it is not like that. Even your pedigree, the particular land where you are producing the product, there need not be any sort of chemical fertilizers and all that. That way, most of the Northeast areas are naturally organic, but commercially they say default organic, okay? But we say they are otherwise organic. Don't say default because we also market those produces. So organic में क्या होता है? Government of India has tried to ensure that if a certification process is done, so that the farmers or the producers who are making organic produces, they can make some money out of it. That's why Mission on Organic Value Chain Development of Northeastern Region, MOVCD NER, has been started a couple of years back by Government of India. Under this front, Sikkim is the state who has become 100% organic.
Has technology played a major part in the agriculture and horticulture sector here?
See, technology
Because
is something.
AI is a trend now.
AI is a trend now. It is yet to put a thrust in this part of the country. But I tell you, yes, technology is a must. Technology needs to be done, and particularly for the Northeast, to even get a technology, we are finding very difficult. I'm talking about the voice HMB for the entrepreneur side, because what we find, they get the technologies which are just like that available. With that you cannot. But if you see last 10 years, 8 to 10 years, number of startups have come. A lot of incubation centers have come in this part of the country even. So by that process, people have come to know a lot of good technologies, and these technologies, CSIR, CFTRA has given technologies, particularly in food processing. NIFTEM under Ministry of Food Processing has set up its branch in Guwahati. They are giving technologies for food processing. Then we have Tezpur University has got, AU Jorhat has got some technologies. So like that, many universities are also giving technologies on this particular front to take up. Only thing is that you need a reasonably qualified guy to understand the technology and try to implement.
We have covered most of the points in the agriculture industry here with you. So before I conclude this conversation, the last question would be the startups, the entrepreneurs of our state. What do you really feel like? Are they coming up with the latest technology trends that are they focusing into the much needed sector, agriculture, horticulture, food processing?
Earlier it was not so, but last couple of years, yes. The startups or incubation centers now almost everywhere you'll find, they are flagging off those prime line of activities and they are trying to grow. That way, startups have got very good future.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bhattacharjee. You have really given a lot of information, and what our government should really focus on, what our people should focus on. You have kind of shown the pathway here in this conversation. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, madam. Because Indian Chamber of Commerce, before I conclude, I'll just put one more line. Indian Chamber of Commerce, particularly this particular sector, agriculture, horticulture, and food processing. I'm there for last 2 to 4 years now. I'm co-chairing that position. We are also through ICC. We are also taking a lot of awareness campaigns, even for GI, even for food processing and all that. Agribusiness, many agribusiness acumen which will be fitting in for the Northeast. We are talking. So and sometime for buyer seller meets we are tying up with APEDA and other organizations. So these are something which gives momentum, and I believe this also will be big support to the Indian Chamber of Commerce. As you know, in the eastern region, it's the Kolkata headquarters, and the eastern region is the premier chamber on commerce line, and it is doing extremely good work. And I wish during the period I am trying to give their best, whatever is possible with me, with the platform of knowledge and all that. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much for your
Thank you so much, sir.
support. Thank you.